Hey everyone, today we are back in the weekly pack. This weekly pack is really fun, but it seems fairly limited in the avenues you can take. I know I mentioned that in one of the other weekly videos. Nonetheless, you can still have a lot of fun with it. So I'm going to show a couple methods kind of surrounding the different metas in this weekly. So the first meta being trumpets in general. You can utilize trumpets with a couple different methods. There's a couple combos, one of them being the popular Nyala Nurse Shark. I had Nurse Shark as kind of the second strongest sniper in my top 3 list video that I had recently. It was more just the Nurse Shark type pets, so like Nurse Shark, Sea Serpent, those kind, but yeah, it's very strong. There's mushroom in the pack as well, so that's what makes the combo thrive. But this run here, I wanted to show that you don't necessarily need mushroom with the combo. It's kind of like the small one meta that I had, the Pteranodon. It's such a great unit. I think it's very underutilized. So let's get into this run here. We start out with the Groundhog and the Pied Tamarin combo with the double bunyip. Such a good combo. I typically don't like buying the tunas in this weekly, but if it's there, why not? If there's nothing else. Dromedary is kind of a must take. I think every other tier 2 for the most part. Now I regret not taking Gazelle some of these games, but it's kind of hard to plan for a Gazelle game. You'll see the Manta Ray. If you get a Manta Ray high roll with some dromedaries and lobsters and kind of get the pivot going, it gets insane. And speaking of the pivot, that's what this is all about. That's why I really like this weekly. The other metas, so we talked about the trumpets. You have the Platybelodon as well with the trumpets, and that's like a roll trumpet pet. You generate trumpets based on how many rolls you have, and that ties in perfectly with the roll synergy, the hamster ostrich combo, the hamster ammonite combo. And you can also fit Manta Ray into these things as well if you want to go the 4 squad. It's just a good gold generation, maximize your rolls. So you can have some fun with, like I said, a combination of all these different metas. But the pivots, that's what it's all about. So what can you do to pivot in this weekly? I talked about it before, but it's the Foo Dog, it's the Dromedary, the Lobster, the Amalgamation. The Amalgamation was actually just nerfed to 3 attack instead of 4. It still gives the 4 mana. I think that nerf is fine. I think it's still very strong. I think it's Turkey plus. A Turkey gives plus 3 attack, plus 1 HP. I think that HP it gives is basically useless. I'd much rather have the 4 mana. The only reason the Turkey is better is because it has unlimited triggers, whereas the Amalgamation only has 2. So you can see here, I'm just setting up the team for a future pivot. A lot of these games, I didn't quite know what direction the team was going to go, as is tradition. So you'll see there's like a 5/11 Manta Ray sitting in the shop, but we level up into the Nurse Shark. So typically that 5/11 Manta Ray, I think that exact stat line comes into play in some of the bonus clips that are pretty insane. I think it's the final bonus clips, like when the music comes in at the very end of this video. But just trying to point this stuff out because you can take teams in many different directions. You don't have to like go for one specific set line, but you do have to play around the line. So whatever you do take, it's like you gotta make the other things work with it. So we take the Nurse Shark with 0 trumpet generation. Hopefully we can squeeze through, but no. Go down to 2 hearts, 4 trophies, turn 8. It's not the worst place to be in. 4 trophies is decent. So I figure, okay, let's take the stats on this Foo Dog. Maybe it can help carry us. And a Nyala and a Nurse Shark shows up. I thought a lot about potentially greeting the Clownfish, leaving them separate, but nothing is close to a level up, so might as well just keep the Bunyip for now. Our Foo Dog and Bunyip hopefully can carry us until we're ready to make the full pivot. And I thought for a second the Lobster was coming into play this run, but at this point it looks like it's not, which is fine. There's plenty in the bonus clips to go around on that. And it's kind of nice when a run works out where you don't really have to go for the crazy pivot, because if you're going for the Lobster Amalgamation pivots, even if you want to end up with a Nyala Nurse Shark, a lot of times you have to roll for the lobsters and amalgamations first, and then bring in the Nyalas and Nurse Sharks later. You might not get the levels you want. So it's kind of all just a weird situation. And here's a perfect example of many directions you can go. You can easily bring an ostrich onto this team, sell the foo dog, start rolling for your ostrich scaling, and eventually just level up your Nyala Nurse Shark, get the clownfish stats, keep getting ostrich stats, throw mushrooms on them eventually. You have the amalgamation to buff the mushroom summons, which is a big thing I wanted to do in these runs, was have the amalgamation to basically buff my mushroom or Pteranodon summons, whatever it turns out to be. And speaking of Pteranodon, I gotta think real quick of what I used to call it. Pteranodon, I think. I called it Pteranodon, I think, for like over 2 years. And then I said it multiple times in a video. Somebody finally called it out, like, are you just bypassing the no? It's like, you know what? I never realized that one. So that one definitely sticks with me. And look at this setup. It's kind of the perfect, like, we got some HP scaling. We got the amalgamation to give the attack scaling for the pivot. The mana and the synergy that we have going. We're able to kind of power through a really strong team there. Or a decently strong team. The shop keeps providing, so we shall keep taking. And I should mention as well, the main reason that this became the main run, because there's a lot of runs kind of similar to this. I could have gone many avenues with the main run. The final battle, it's an epic showdown. I got so excited when I saw the matchup. I didn't recognize the name, so I don't know if this player is a consistent player, or if usually we just play at different times, or if I just maybe I match up against them a lot and I just don't recognize. Like off the top of my head right now, I can't think of the names. So it's like, come on, Metabreast, pay more attention. When you're spamming games and editing videos like this, it's tough to like edit it all together, then do the commentary. I try to do the commentary right away, but like it's a lot of clips I'm going through. So it's tough on the details sometimes. I try to catch it when we're doing it live here. So yeah, really wanted the mushrooms, trying to determine what to do exactly. We have 16 trumpets. We're going to be using 12 trumpets with a mushroom. We're using 16 trumpets, right? Oh, sorry, we're using 18 trumpets, so. Yeah, mushroom on the Nyala would be nice. And look, I'm getting my runs confused again. I thought this was a Pteranodon run. The Pteranodon looks like it's going to show up in the bonus clips. This is the mushroom run. I got the Pteranodon run confused with the final showdown run. This is the final showdown run. I mean, I could have easily just put it in the bonus clip because of the final battle, but I like watching the build up, and this wasn't like a crazy pivot. It's kind of just like using the foo dog and amalgamation instead of a crazy high roll of lobsters and whatnot. And then obviously the clownfish as well. It's very rare to see me sell a clownfish, but there's a reason for that. That's because it's turn 13, we're at 9 trophies, 2 hearts remaining. We go down to the 3 squad Marty. What do you predict is going to be the showdown? What could it possibly be? It's another 3 squad Marty. I got so excited. I started clicking off autoplay and all these things. So biggest worm eater. Shout out to you. I was so happy when I ran into this. Wormasand, Platybolodon. The front level 3 squid. Amazing. The only unfortunate thing is like we still get our mushrooms. So the trades, honestly, like look at this. Look at how perfect these trades worked out for us. So biggest worm eater, I hope you won on your end. I salute you. And yeah, that was glorious. I was so excited about that. So here's the Pteranodon. The Pteranodon is the mushroom, and the great thing about this is as long as you generate enough trumpets with the first one, the Nurse Shark actually will summon like in front of that Nyala that gets summoned. So yeah, it just literally works out perfect. So we're just going to see some battles in all their glory. Like, you see that Rockhopper? Nope, that Rockhopper's gone. They don't get any trumpets. They have a level 3 Nurse Shark with Mushroom. Nope, you don't get it. You don't get it, sorry. And it's great. There's a hurt team, vulture team. Very scary when you get this high attack peacock in the front that can kind of mow through your team, and the big blowfish. We immediately snipe the vulture. They get 0 vulture triggers. I mean, it's just not even fair when you get to this point. As long as they don't counter you, you can easily get countered. The good part about this is I don't think there's many, I don't think I'm showing any losses here. These are runs in all of their glory, all their dominance. Did I speak too soon on the losses? So here's a great example of the Nyala Nurse Shark using the ostrich for a little bit of scaling to kind of keep up with these crazy hamster worm of sand teams. The worm of sand is a great scaler this weekly. You don't have to go ostrich. Just go worm of sand and scale a couple units. Eventually go ammonite with your hamster worm of sand combo, and it's amazing. It's amazing. So yeah, it's a good example there of me throwing a bunch of equipment at the very end of my run as well. And check this out. I wanted to get Wasp going this week. I have a 50 attack 7 HP Wasp. Nope, we get rid of it for a 7-9 and a 5-7 Panther. So now we have double Panther with level 2 Piranha on turn 11. Level 2 Piranha, turn 11, by the way. Level 2 Amalgamation. It's a full team of tier 5s and 6s. It's honestly just a glorious pivot. Bring in the ostrich, but don't freeze. See, look. Yeah, I'm considering I don't freeze anything in the shop because honestly, I didn't want to. I want to level the Panthers and I want to do other things. But I thought this run was really fun. I was trying to do fun stuff with Panther. Obviously, the Panther Easter egg with the Amalgamation is a great combo. You get 2 Monties. You can utilize both your Amalgamation triggers, which you're going to see right here. So 1 pet, utilize all the triggers. Such good attack. The mana snipes. So yeah, these teams were really fun. You don't have to get a set. You know, if you get the Amalgamation high roll or just a little bit of a, it doesn't have to be a crazy high roll. You know, bring in some Panthers, bring in whatever the shop shows up and just have fun with it. And that's how I like to play this game. It's how I like to play weeklies especially. It's always a good time, good vibes, good vibes. So what else we got here? It looks like we're going to do a little lobster pivot. We got some good foo dog scaling. And yeah, once you get to the point where like the lobsters start showing up, you just gotta get off of something. So the foo dog scaling would have kept popping off there if I found 2 more. But I decided, you know what? We just got to get away from it. I want to keep this weasel for now. Looks like I committed to a Triceratops, so I was still kind of on the small one hurt teams. And there we go. Yep, double Amalgamation. So I'm not sure. I'm sure I was just rolling for like a lobster level up, try to find something to freeze in the shop. But when the shop gives you this, you gotta take it, and you gotta do something with it. I'm sure I was rolling for Amalgamation too, but yeah, level 2 Dromedary when you have double Lobster, double Amalgamation is absolutely pointless. No reason to be that greedy. And I should buy something, because I have 2 triggers on the Amalgamation. Take an avocado. Hopefully we can level up one of them. Yeah, the pivot pets alone can kind of carry you with their stats if you get it to this point. There's a chocolate, it's perfect. Not sure which one to level up first. Take the Amalgamation, which makes sense. That's going to stay on the team permanently. And yeah, here we go. The foo dog scaling that we invested in, the primary thing we invested in all game, not even using. Just going straight to the tier 6, saying, give me that reindeer. There is a Triceratops. Yeah, here's the question. Do you sell the Triceratops you have and buy this one, so you get the double lobster scaling? Or do you just sell a lobster? Do you stack a lobster? Decide to sell a lobster, which is interesting. We still have 4 gold. So if you see a lobster on this next roll, kind of be a bummer. Okay, did not see a lobster. And there's a Panther. but no Amalgamation trigger. So I figure, okay, next turn's turn 11. Let's just hold out. The Panther I'd like to commit to earlier rather later because there's a better chance you can get a level 2 Panther. So sometimes, yeah, even though I want to get a Panther game going, I just don't bring him in. And it's kind of a 6 gold investment to bring a Panther in as well. Level up Triceratops. Haha, I know where this is going now. We're trying to have fun with the Pteranodon. And I thought this would be great. So I'm doing things in actually my Meta Brusque Wild pack where I just have a bunch of pets that I love. I'm using Pteranodon with like Badger and Amalgamation to summon a new Badger, and then the Amalgamation will give it a bunch of attack, and then hopefully like we get more effective Badgers. Just like make the 1/1 a strong unit. Look at this. We resummon the reindeer and it doesn't have a trigger. And if you read the text on the Pteranodon, I might read it. Oh no, because we're skipping ahead. If you read the text on the Pteranodon, yeah, it resummons, like it resummons the same unit. So it makes sense that it doesn't keep the trigger. I just never really realized that. So I thought it was pretty funny, and I was kind of stubborn and left it. I think especially because we get it level 2 eventually. Threw a pita bread on it. Oh, I'm throwing pita bread on everything. I want to buy a small one, it looks like, to scale the team. That's kind of funny. It's funny not seeing the shot phase and trying to decipher real quick, like, what happened in this run. So yeah, it looks like we didn't get it. We're just stuck with the Lobster, and we got the level 2 reindeer, so I figure if it gets one shot, the Pteranodon resummoning it will still be beneficial. Getting one melon, maybe. Although a 1 HP melon unit is kind of tough, because all you need is 21 attack to KO it. And this run is going the distance. It's kind of funny. It's just such a weird run. Finally, I see the small one, and I figure, you gotta do it. I put pita breads on everything. Like, you just gotta do it. So we take the small one, we take a Pteranodon. Pita bread and radish. Yeah, pita bread on the Triceratops just makes sense. And I have to do it, right? I have to do it. I was considering not. But yeah, it just makes sense. You go the front small one. I had to sneak in one Pteranodon small one in here. We face a sarcastic fringehead Quetzalcoatlus, which is a great combo, by the way. The only thing I found that I struggled with it is that it's not permanent scaling, it's battle scaling. And it's really tough. You have to scale the fringehead and like get that initial KO to get it going. Kind of a tough thing to sustain. Not as effective in the late game. It can definitely provide good tempo though. So yeah, that was a fun win there. Let's see what else we got. Was doing some fun things, you know, just taking some of the lower tier units to the tree with the coconut. I figured if we get the coconut and then we can use the ammonite to convert it. That's one of the thoughts I had, even though I'm highlighting all the trumpet pets. This probably isn't the run that I considered it, but I thought that would be cool. Especially if you get like multiple hamsters where you just get a crazy amount of gold generation. I think I just considered it right here. I was looking at the tree. So you get a crazy amount of gold generation, you get the tree, start a battle, gets the coconut, the ammonite converts it to a mimic octopus. You have a mimic octopus with coconut. It's pretty powerful, especially if you get the crazy cascade of rolls and gold generation going, where you get the 50-50 stats on it. So yeah, we're transitioning a little bit in these bonus clips. Like I said, a lot of bonus clips. This is kind of transitioning to showing some of the metas. So I think the Markhor is insanely powerful here. So you're going to see it's a level 2 Markhor now. And I'm actually just using it to scale my back 2 units. And I believe what I'm going to do is kind of rotate units. It's tough with the Markhor because you need the trumpets. So the Rockhopper you can't really scale. A front Nyala to generate the trumpets you can't really scale. Or if you have both, you can only scale one at a time. And if you're using Rockhopper to generate, that means you're only potentially scaling 3 units on your 2 units on your team. Sorry, just like I'm doing here. because you need a front unit to be KO'd. But nonetheless, if you get it set up and you get a mushroom on it, it will start annihilating teams. Like, it just, the domino effect, the cascade of scaling is so good. So I decide here, okay, let's go the front blowfish. It's a good amount of scaling on it. And yeah, pretty much stuck with this team here. So considering the Rockhopper's not going to get scaled, I think it's great to throw a lemon on it. Even though you'd think, oh, you want protective equipment on your big boys. Oh, we need to make sure the Rockhopper doesn't get sniped. Enemy blowfish will certainly snipe that Rockhopper. And it's kind of funny with 9 trophies. Our blowfish soloed the entire enemy team. So yeah, teams get so strong when you get that cascade scaling, and sometimes you run into absolute Goliaths that can match your power, and it's like, it's Goliath versus Goliath. But sometimes you run into teams that did not get that cascade and were struggling to keep up, and you just mow through them. So here's another one of the metas. It's the roll meta. I think Okapi is so unnecessary in these teams, as well as Bigfoot for that matter, but I already had some scaling on them and they're great tempo. Oh, there you go. Okapi's gone. Oh, we have a ton of gold, that's right. So yeah, it looks like I was just holding out for the ostrich. So if you set up a roll team like this, you see I have sausage on my lower tier units. I think I had a sausage on the Okapi as well. If you throw those sausages and get the free rolls, and look, I already have a level 3 hamster on turn 11, it gets absolutely out of control. Those extra rolls, the hamster with the gold generation, extra rolls you get even from the ostrich, right? Because every time you get an ostrich trigger, it gives you an extra roll. All those adding up to, for the worm of sand only gets 8 roll trigger, so you easily hit that. But between the ostrich scaling and the ammonite that you're about to see here, the ammonite is way too strong with the stats it gives from the experience. I know it's been nerfed as well. But look at this, turn 11. I mean, not only are we scaling the team permanently, but we get the in-battle scaling from the same method that we're using to generate our permanent scaling. It's completely broken. It's way too powerful. I know it's what carries Star Pack and Ranked, so I'm not going to call for like another nerf or anything like that. I just think when it's present, you have to recognize it and be ready for it. And when it's not present, we can all sleep well at night. But when it is, you gotta look over your shoulder. Facing the Markhor, but it's just not even close when you get this cascade. I mean, triple level 3. We get another one, it gives you more stats. It's just such a joke. Such a joke. So what you can do with this is you can actually combine the synergies, like I was kind of mentioning earlier. So you combine the rolling with the trumpets, and if you use a Markhor, we actually didn't get the trigger at the beginning, but I'm trying to use the Platybelodon to generate the trumpets so I can scale my Rockhopper with the first. Not only scale the Rockhopper, but scale the Markhor as well. So I was doing that for a decent amount. You could see the Rockhopper had like decent stats on it. So it's kind of nice. And here you go. Here's the example of the kind of trumpet roll team. I got melon slices on the team as well. So just another example of using the, you know, trumpet generation to kind of benefit your team. Got some melon slices on my lower tier units. And we ran into another absolute Goliath on turn 15. And look, it's not even close. Like, not even close. So, yeah, with that being said, here's a couple of the one-off teams. I don't know why I do this to myself. This is the sarcastic small one. It only makes you lose. It's just ridiculous. I tried this like twice this weekly and immediately regretted it. I killed my sea lion. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing here? I don't understand it. So, yeah. Kind of funny, but just frustrating for me at this point. Here's another thing that you probably shouldn't try. I did catfish Foo Dog, and I brought in a level 1 Foo Dog because I got all these catfish on turn like 11. What are we doing? Foo Dog's like the only thing you can use with catfish. I was hoping I could make this work. But then I decide to sell this level 3 Manta Ray in the hopes that I can get like a cascade of, and that's my money generation, so it was all kind of rough. You're gonna see the following bonus clip I'm gonna show a lot of. Absolute meta high roll Manta Ray. It's incredible. Hope you enjoy. If you hung around this long, I really do appreciate it. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe. As always, have a fantastic day. We'll catch you in the next one.
Best to give me that loyalty. Best to give me that loyalty. Cause I'm taking the world, you'll see. Cause I'm taking the world, you'll see. They'll be calling me, calling me. They'll be calling me, calling me. They'll be calling me royalty. they'll be calling me royalty.
Whenever you get lost, I will be there for you. I'll pick you up when you are down, down. I will hold on tight and I will make it right. Forever I will be right by your side. Oh, I'll never let you down. All my life I will be there for you. Ooh, I'll always be around when you need someone to carry you. If you're looking for someone to hold, I'll be there to pull you close. Oh, I'll never let you down. All my life I will be there for you. Yeah. Ooh, I'll never let you down. All my life I will be there for you. Ooh, I'll always be around when you need someone to carry you. If you are in the dark, I'll shine a light for you. Show you the way when you get lost, lost. I will hold on tight and I will make it right. Forever I will be right by your side. Oh, I'll never let you down. All my life I will be there for you. Ooh, I'll always be around when you need someone to carry you. If you're looking for someone to hold, I'll be there to pull you close. Oh, I'll never let you down. All my life I will be there for you. Yeah. Ooh, I'll never let you down. All my life I will be there for you. Ooh, I'll always be around when you need someone to carry you. Whenever you need my love, need my love. 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 Ooh, I'll never let you down. All my life I will be there for you. Ooh, I'll always be around when you need someone to carry you. If you're looking for someone to hold, I'll be there to pull you close. Ooh, I'll never let you down. All my life I will be there for you. Ooh, I'll never let you down. All my life I will be there for you.